Allen Eagles baseball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. With Ed Kless, I'm Michael Gulnick as we get ready for another district showdown. The home part of the home and away with Plano High School. And, oh yeah, that's right. I need to be in the scene, don't I?
Well, now, we're getting very sophisticated up here.
I didn't shave today. I think that's why. I think I
Okay.
subconsciously just wanted to get away. But anyway, I've got a good ball game set for you tonight. This Allen team has been playing very well, Ed. They've won 3 in a row. The pitching has been good. The hitting has been good. And I think that's something that Coach Wilson is very pleased about. But why take it from me? Let's hear it from him. Talking with Coach Wilson, and Coach, a little bit cool and a little bit windy, but certainly not as bad as it was at Boyd the other day.
Yeah, over there, that was one of the coldest games we've been a part of. But we're used to this here. As you know, you covered a lot of the games here. The wind is always blowing at Allen, usually always blowing in.
Well, despite the weather conditions, you guys are playing really good baseball right now. You've won 3 in a row. You're hitting, you're pitching. Talk a little bit about where you see this club at this early stage in district play.
It's what we expected, what I expected from them. It's what they expected from themselves. So we're playing all levels we're all 3 phases of the game at a high level. We still got work to do. We still have improvement to do. I'd like to see us maybe throw more strikes, eliminate the walks, take a little bit better at bats where like 2-0, 3-1 counts. But other than that, we've been playing pretty well.
One thing I've noticed about your team in terms of offensively is situational awareness. These guys know what they need to do when they go to the plate. You got a guy in scoring position at second, they know to get him at least over to third. You got a guy at third, they know they've got to put the ball in play. That's something that's impressed me as the season has gone on. How have you seen that?
Yeah, that's been what they've been really good at. That's something that they know. That's something that we talk about quite often. It's the little things when you're playing baseball, those little things when guys are on base, getting around the bases, runner on second, nobody out, getting to third, doing whatever you can to get them to scoring position. Try with less than 2 outs to get the guy to third base, and it's up to that hitter to get a good pitch and then drive him in.
And as far as the pitching is concerned, I've noticed, again, a lot of guys coming in and just throwing really well. Brooks Betley, who's going tonight, has done that in relief in the games that we've seen. It seems to me like everybody you call on goes to that mound and really has a good idea of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I feel like we're really deep on the mound. We've got a lot of guys that we can count on. We have confidence in them. We put them in big situations and we expect them to compete, and that's what they do. Is we throw strikes, rely on our defense, and I think it's been just kind of set in stone through the years. That's what we expect out of them, and they deliver consistently.
And that's crucial as you get deeper into the season and then looking ahead to the playoffs. When you've got that depth, everybody knows what Chandler can do, but watching J.W. Powell go out there and dominate the other night, it really does give you that idea of how much depth you have in terms of your starters.
Yeah, we've got, I feel, numerous guys that can get up there and start. And the good thing is they can start, but they can also come in relief if needed. I think that obviously you got to finish off district.
7, left fielder number 12, Caden.
Well, as you can hear in the background, Ian is giving out the starting lineups, and you know what? I think I'll join him in that. We will start with Plano. Leading off for them is their center fielder, Brooks Anderson. Batting second and short, Will Geiler. Their first baseman, batting third, is Marshall Cohn. The right fielder is Jackson Ray, batting cleanup. Jonathan Owens plays second base. He's batting fifth. Marcus Willis, the DH. Brody Walker, the left fielder. And I'll finish their lineup and give you Allen's right after the national anthem.
With the playing of our national anthem.
Mid-season film.
I don't like it until we turn it down. It's whatever. I'll play it low. I had to close this in a minute.
It's not Garza, it's Gazda.
You know, the thing that I really liked about the national anthem is their consistency. The band sounds the same every time.
They are so good at that.
Nary a bad note. Speaking of the U.S., which is where we live, we will give you updates on
Yes.
the World Baseball Classic Championship, the U.S. playing.
Spoiler alert, no reason to change the channel, no reason to put something else on.
Yeah, just listen to us. We'll give you the up. We'll tell you what you need to know. I'll tell you that Pete Crow Armstrong not in the lineup. Byron Buxton starting in center, so my faith in the U.S. has gone down just a little bit in terms of this game. Okay, I just want to make that clear. Let me continue with Plano. On the mound, their pitcher, Thomas Gazda. Third baseman, batting ninth, Oliver Tuning. And the catcher who is not batting is A.J. Hurd. Starting lineup for Allen. Kyle Tinksley leads off. Jaden Wilson in center. Shea Young is the third baseman. Chandler Hart at first. Ryan Blessing is the catcher. Carson O'Neill in right. Caden Muscat, the left fielder. Second baseman tonight, Carlos Lugo. Behind the plate, Austin Mack. And on the mound is Brooks Betley. And there is nothing but positives that you can say about Brooks Betley. He has pitched very, very well, as just about everybody has for this Allen team.
Just one quick note. Blessing is not catching. Austin Mack is. Blessing is DH. So,
yeah, I said Mack was catching, but then I said Blessing was too. I need to check the rule book. I don't think that's allowed.
That is not allowed. You know, you're not even allowed to have a second guy in foul territory.
Yeah, so thank you, Ian, for pointing that out. So anyway, as I was saying, you know what everybody's catching tonight.
All the two. Number two. They're playing two.
Absolutely. Brooks Betley has been very good for this Allen team. It's the same Allen team that beat Plano 9-3 at their place on Friday night. And, of course, as you know, Allen off to an unblemished start in district play. Here is Brooks Anderson as we get started. Good to have you with us on this cool and windy evening. And strike one. Wouldn't
Good news
expect
is
anything
we're indoors,
less.
though, at this time.
I will tell you again, right after this pitch, I'll share some thoughts with you. You probably know what those thoughts are. Fouled off, no balls and two strikes. The game I did with your son, and by the way, again, I just want to say Sean did just an extraordinary job, and it was such a pleasure working with him, and I hope I get a chance to do it another time.
I'm just glad he had to go back to A&M. Let's just say it that way.
He was very good, but that was, as the 0-2 pitch is way outside, that was the coldest I've ever been doing a baseball game. Temperature-wise, I've probably done games in colder temperatures, but the overall feel with the wind, it just cut right through you.
I have to tell you, well, wait on this pitch here.
And that stayed inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I am the proud owner of a Cubs blanket because of a game that I attended at Wrigley Field in April.
I wish I had. I don't even have a Cubs blanket. I've got a lot of Cubs things at home, but not a blanket. 2-2 pitch is lifted out toward right field, and calling for it actually is the second baseman Lugo, and he makes the catch.
Would have been lifted to right field had the wind not been gusting in at 30 miles an hour.
Number 1, Will Geiler.
So 1 down here in the top of the first inning. And here is Will Geiler, the shortstop.
You know, sometimes we have gusts. It is just flat out just consistently blowing in 20-something miles an hour right now.
It really is. And strike 1. This is different than the game we had. It actually would have been easier to do a game outside in these conditions than the game at Boyd just because of those gusts. Grounded to short. Tanksley waits on it. The throw in time. 2 down. Kyle Tanksley getting ready to start things off here for the Allen Eagles against their pitcher, Thomas Gazda. Your first update, it is scoreless in the top of the second. However, Venezuela did have 2 hits in the first inning, which is what happens when you have a Met on the mound. Nolan McNeil, I'm surprised they didn't score 5 or 6. First pitch is off the plate, ball 1.
So they had 2 hits, 2 runs?
No, just 2 hits.
Oh, okay.
Just 2 hits. No
Limit the damage.
runs.
Limit the damage.
No score. Top of the second in that game. Ground ball towards short. This is going to be a tough play. The throw not in time.
Leadoff single for
The
number
shortstop,
5,
Will
Kyle
Geiler, did everything you could do, including a good throw over to first, but Tanksley too quick.
Center field, number 4, Jaden Wilson.
And here is Jaden Wilson. Well, this Allen offense has been doing some damage lately, Ed, and you have to think that they'll find a way to do some today, even if the home run ball may be taken away because of the wind. First pitch misses, ball 1. And again, you can already see the difference. We mentioned Betley, faced 3 hitters, 3 first strikes, and here you've got 2 hitters and 2 ball 1s from Thomas Gazda. There goes the runner. The throw down to second, not going to be close. A stolen base for Tanksley and a runner in scoring position.
At the major league level, it's a 100-point difference in batting average between strike 1 and ball 1. 100-point difference for almost every batter.
I'd like you to find out what it is for every high school in the United States. Come back with that report. And Wilson lays one down. It is a good bunt. Tanksley goes to third. A very productive out for Jaden Wilson. And here is Shea Young.
Third base, number 9, Shea Young.
Now here is the challenge for a power hitter like Shea Young on a night like this. You always want to try to launch one. He's got 4 home runs already this season. But in this situation, all you're trying to do is put the ball in play, and unless you pop it up, there's a pretty darn good chance you're going to score a run. The infield playing halfway, and the first pitch down low, blocked by A.J. Hurd.
Of course, you got to get it deep enough to score, although Kyle's pretty quick, but the wind blowing in like this, hard to get that ball out deep enough to score that run.
I will say this, though. I think if there's anything hit outside of the infield, even if it's shallow, Tanksley's going to try to score. As that's fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chandler Hart waits on deck as Thomas Gazda finds himself in some early trouble. Potential first run 90 feet away. Got in his kitchen that time, and it was fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Shea just has to protect. Forget about trying to hit one 300 feet. Just make contact.
Even on the ground to the right side, probably scores the run.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Gazda set. Inside, 2-2. No score, bottom of the first inning. Just underway. We'll tell you a little bit about the upcoming schedule in a bit. And the 2-2. And that's lifted. It is not deep. The left fielder, Brody Walker, makes the catch. Oh, he dropped the ball. Walker dropped it. I looked down, assuming he was going to make the catch, but he dropped it. That's going to be an error on Walker. And Tanksley scores. So no RBI on the play, but it's 1-0 Allen.
Batting fourth, starting first baseman, number 26, Chandler
And
Hart.
here is Chandler Hart. And you can understand Walker, all he's thinking about is I got to get this ball out of my glove as fast as I can, but that threw him off. Fouled away.
Got to secure the catch first.
So Young at first after the error.
I also think there was a little confusion because, again, with the wind, that I think the shortstop was going back on the ball.
Now, we're going to see a lot of that tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. Missed a little bit low. Ryan Blessing, who is not the catcher. He is the DH. And DHs do not catch. Just want to make that clear. I'm so used to putting that C next to his name.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, down low, blocked by Hurd. 2 balls and a strike. And already you see the difference. You had Betley, who used only 10 pitches to get through the first inning. Already, Gazda up to 13 pitches, and there's only 1 out. And some pretty good hitters coming up. 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, I talked to Coach Wilson before the game, as you heard, about situational awareness, guys at the plate knowing exactly what needs to be done. As that one is grounded into left field, that's going to be a base hit. Young stops at second, first and second, with 1 out.
Single for number 26. Chandler
And that's what I'm
Hart.
talking about. Chandler Hart's got power too. He'd love to hit one in the gap, but again, he knows it's just as important to hit it hard where they're not standing. Hit it where they ain't.
Hit it where they ain't. And keep the ball relatively low, because anything up in... it looks like the left field is a little hurt. We have a... Not sure what happened on that play.
Yeah, I don't know. They're going out to have a peek at Brody Walker. He is the left fielder, and we'll see if he's going to stay in the game. Again, runners at first and second, only 1 out. Center fielder Brooks Anderson came over to check on his buddy. And it looks like Walker is going to stay in.
I got it. I need to change the...
Well, no. He is starting to... Thought he was turning back toward his position, but it looks like he's slowly walking off the field. So I think we're going to have a new left fielder. The only thing I can think of is he might have tweaked a hammy or something.
Something that, or it hit him on the wrist. It looked like he was grabbing his arm. Seems to be walking okay.
Well, if you're holding your arm, that typically minimizes the chances of it being your hammy.
Usually, but he was just kind of leaned over, I thought, pressing on his arm.
Stepping into left field, number 3, Sujay Bolana.
Then again, I do not have the best eyesight, so...
So the new left fielder is Sujay Polana Hartley.
And I thought it was 3.
And the pitch to Blessing is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. O'Neill on deck. Blessing hoping to do a little bit of damage. 1-0 Allen. And the pitch. Good block by Hurd. And it's a ball and a strike. I talked about this with your son, and you and I have talked about this too. The difference between a successful pitcher and one that's bound to struggle, time called at the very last second, is good pitchers like Betley, if they miss with purpose. They miss close enough to try to entice somebody to swing the bat. And here we've got Gazda, who's missing by... Now, that one didn't miss by much, but he's had several others that have missed by quite a bit. And if you're hoping to get those borderline calls, you have to be around the plate. 2 balls and a strike. And that was a good breaking ball. Best pitch he's thrown tonight. 2-2. Let's see if he goes back to that.
And you mentioned this before here, Alan. This is one of those weird times when the lights have not fully taken effect. I think it's a little bit challenging to see the ball.
I think so, too. That might have played a part in Walker's drop earlier. Young at second, Hart at third, 3-2. That one misses outside.
You send the runners here?
Why not?
Start them going, right?
Let's have a little fun. Already 20 pitches for Gazda. And the 3-2 fouled away. So we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
So Henry went down to Galveston with Jacob and Coulter.
When you're a starter for Allen, you know there's a pretty good chance that you're going to have a nice long break between innings. Because even if these guys don't score, they typically go deep into the count. The runners go, served into right field. Coming on is Jackson Ray.
And it's going to be easy double play.
And it is going to be a very easy double play as the first baseman, Cone, tracks the ball down in foul territory and sprints over to first for the double play. So the damage is minimized for Gazda, but Allen does get on the board. We head to the top of the second, 1-0 Eagles. Hey, we're back. How about that? 2 down here in the top of the second inning. 5 straight retired by Brooks Betley. This is Marcus Willis. He is the DH. And the pitch is fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes. Good job by Ed getting us back.
You know, it's very hard when you have to put glasses on and off, on and off. I got to get those bifocals, I suppose.
You know, my dad was an optometrist.
Oh, really?
He was. I hope you can see where I'm going with this. And he told me when I was 8 that I needed glasses, and I'm now 59, and I still haven't gotten them.
No. Maybe that's why your baseball career was so short.
Very good possibility, because I clearly could not see the ball well enough to hit it.
Except your walk-off grand slam.
Except the walk-off grand slam, which will live in infamy. Or I guess for me, it'll live in Fimmy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Betley trying to go 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. Inside 3-2. If Willis reaches, Sujay Polana Hartley, who came in to replace Brody Walker, who got hurt, will come to the plate. Let's see if he leads off the third inning, though. Fouled straight back. Good battle by Willis. Three and two down, top of the second inning. And Betley's pitch is tapped back to Betley. He turns, fires, and gets him by a couple of steps. Nice job by Brooks Betley. Sometimes you see a pitcher make that play and they throw it away. He didn't panic. He knew he had time. Good fundamental baseball. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Allen. Quick update from the World Baseball Classic. Thanks to a sac fly by Michael Garcia, it is 1-0 in favor of Venezuela. And that game is in the top of the third inning. Our game is in the bottom of the second inning, and it's 1-0 Allen, with Carson O'Neill leading off for the Eagles. And the first pitch by Gazda misses outside, 1-0. Ed, any thoughts on what's happening here at the World Baseball Classic?
Well, sounds like we have a young pitcher for the U.S. struggling a little bit, but only 1 run through 3 innings.
Wouldn't that be a young pitcher for the Mets?
It would be,
happens?
yeah. Nolan McLean.
I wasn't even familiar with him, to be honest with you, before I saw his name.
Came up the end of last year, pitched pretty well in September for the Mets.
Well, as much as I would like the U.S. to win, the games that really matter to you and I begin this coming week.
That's right.
2 balls and a strike. Down low, 3-1. A little frustration from Gazda. You look at the Allen lineup, up and down the lineup, 1 through 9, these guys will take their walks. Chop foul, 3-2. And that's the thing. When you've got a team that likes to run, especially at the top of the order like Allen does, you get guys on base. Doesn't matter how. And that's exactly what Carson O'Neill does. Not exactly a base-stealing threat, but he gets on. First walk of the game given up by Gazda.
Now batting, starting left fielder, number 12.
And here is Caden Muscat. And it became obvious to me that your son is maybe not the president, but possibly the treasurer of the Caden Muscat fan club.
Charter member.
First pitch just a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Lugo on deck. O'Neill takes that lead off of first. And again, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And this is what makes it so challenging for pitchers. And we're going to have a visit at the mound. Is, like I said, Allen, every one of the hitters in that lineup is not afraid to take a walk. They'd love to hit, but they'll take a walk. And how many times already through the couple of games that you and I have done have we seen pitchers get themselves in big trouble because they can't find the plate? And there's got to be even more pressure on Gazda, and he won't be the last starting pitcher that's going to feel this way. When you look out and the opposing pitcher looks like he's sharp as a tack. And so if you're Gazda, you know you can't afford to give up maybe more than 1. You know, I mean, you just know that Betley looks really good right now, and you got to keep your team in the game. And I think the way Betley looks in the game is down by 1.
Yeah, and he's been very stingy the entire year. I think he's been pitching the best of the staff right now.
No argument from me. 2 balls and no strikes after that meeting. Let's see if we see anything different from Gazda.
I believe it was Brooks who pitched, 7 1/3 in that 14-inning game we did.
That's right. It was so strange. If you remember, he hit the first guy he faced, forcing in a run, and then he was flawless. Just unbelievable. 2 balls, no strikes. As Gazda delivers, and he gets the call on the inside corner, 2-1. We got a lot of baseball coming up that we'll tell you about. Ed and I are going to be busy. And again, over to first. Taking a look at the upcoming schedule after they finish up with Plano tonight. It gets good. No offense to Plano, but I am looking forward to this home-and-home series as that one misses low, 3-1, as they take on a McKinney team that is playing very good baseball. They are undefeated so far in district play. And the 3-1, and that misses. Back-to-back walks, runners at first and second. The first of those two McKinney games will be Friday afternoon. Yes, you heard me right. Friday afternoon here in Allen. Gets underway at 4:30 because of spring break. The very next day on Saturday, a 1 o'clock start at McKinney. So we've got 3 games this week. Here is Carlos Lugo. Let's see if he's going to be looking to bunt. And that's exactly what he does. The throw is going to go to... Nope, they fake the throw to third. They throw to first, and it gets away. 1 run is going to score. Lugo ends up at second, and ending up at third is Muscat. You put down a good bunt, at the very least, you're going to get second and third, but he got better than that. The pitcher thought about going to third, ended up going to first. He should have gone to first from the beginning.
From the very beginning. That falls on, the catcher's got to be out there screaming 1-1-1 the whole time. Maybe he was, and the pitcher just thought he could get at third base. But once he looked at third, there was no way that he was going to throw the guy out at first. And then he made a bad throw to boot.
And now it's really an uphill climb. Austin Mack at the plate, runners at second and third. Hey, if there's anything redeeming for Gazda that he can wrap his head around, and I think they're going to change pitchers right here, it's that neither of those runs were earned. I don't think that matters,
Nope.
as I think his night is very short, and it is, as he hands over the ball, and Gazda is done. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is in a moment. 2-0 Allen.
Continuing to bat, number 6.
Sam Peterson is the new pitcher, tall right-hander
Thank you, Dewey.
for Plano. And he will begin down in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, obviously, the Plano coaches saw something in Gazda that they knew was not sustainable. So a quick night for him, at least on the mound. He'll likely stay in the lineup. And the first pitch from Peterson to Mack is in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still 1-0 Venezuela as they've gone through 3 innings. And the 1-1. Down low, Hurd with the stop. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Dangerous situation. Allen could get 4 runs on the board here. That's going to be tough for Plano to come back from.
And Austin Mack can put them there with a base hit. 2-1. Off speed, stays high. 3 balls and a strike. And it is so hard when you come in relief and you're already behind in the count.
And a cold night.
Absolutely. Here's the 3-1. Down low, bases loaded, nobody out, and the top of the order is coming up. 3 walks in the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, number 5.
And the only one that didn't walk was Carlos Lugo, who reached on the error on Gazda.
Pinch running at first base, number 7.
Jaron Mangan is the pinch runner at first, coming in for the catcher, Mack. And here's Kyle Tanksley, and now you are looking at putting up a crooked number. And the first pitch down low. And this is an example of what I'm talking about. Bases are loaded, nobody out. If you're in the box, obviously you want to rope one somewhere. But you also know that you're not going to go chasing. It's still an RBI if you walk. And that one is roped into right field. Coming over and making the grab is Ray, but the run is going to score. And let's see. I'm not sure Muscat ever touched the plate. And they still have to tag him. So this game of cat and mouse continues, and finally the catcher Hurd wins out. So they don't score the run. It is not a sacrifice fly.
And it should be the third out.
No, it would be the second.
Yeah, this should be a double play.
So did the run score or not?
And
The fly ball was caught, right? We're all agreed there was
the fly ball was caught. We all also agreed that Muscat didn't touch home plate, which means that as soon as the catcher Hurd tagged him, that's the second out. We're waiting, obviously, for the final decision.
Why is Plano arguing this call then? If are they saying the run scored?
Well, I need to know. What is it?
We honestly are not sure.
I mean, usually
One out, so count the run. Now batting number 4.
So they're saying Muscat scored.
Center fielder, number 4, Jaden Wilson.
there was no signal by the umpire at all.
None whatsoever.
Usually an umpire will point to the plate if the
Yep.
run scores.
We did see that.
We did see one out.
That's up.
So credit Tanksley with a sacrifice fly and an RBI, and it's 3-0. Runners still at the corners. Jaden Wilson waits. Instead, they fake the throw to third.
Tanksley smoked that ball. He hit that ball.
Already some bizarre stuff going on. Throw to first, not in time. Don't forget, pinch runner Mangum is at first. And the pitch is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike.
Did I announce him?
Huh? I don't even know if you announced it.
By the way, give credit to Lugo for seeing what was going on and heading over to third.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty important move by Lugo. Again to first. And this is, once again, where a pitcher's going to get himself in trouble. You're worrying about the guy at first. I get it. But you got a guy 90 feet away. You need to concentrate on the hitter.
Yeah, he did.
And that's lifted into right field. In foul territory, it's Jackson Ray who makes... No.
Does not make the catch.
Does not make the catch.
I think that was actually fortunate, believe it or not, because I think Allen would have scored another run on that.
Oh, I agree. But so far, Plano showing the propensity for getting to balls, but not necessarily
Catching the balls.
holding on to them. No balls and 2 strikes. Up high, 1-2. Are we giving him an error on that, by the way?
Should give him an error.
He got his glove on it.
Yep.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. They go to second for one. They're not going to get two. And the fourth run crosses the plate in the presence of Lugo. So a fielder's choice,
Now batting,
6-4
third
if
baseman,
you're
number
scoring
9,
at home.
Shea Young.
No reaction to my scoring at home
Well,
comment.
we're just ready for that at this point, because
Are you suggesting that I need new material? Wow. Have I already lost you? It is the second game we've done together this year, and I've already lost you.
Well, Michael, that was a joke last year too. So, I'm just saying.
I have thoughts going through my mind, and
They're not good.
they're not good right now. Again, over to first. Good scoop by the first baseman, Cone. That one almost got away. All right. Back to the drawing board for me.
And we are officially back on too. So
Excellent.
everybody's happy.
Well, almost everybody. Shea Young at the plate.
I'm happy.
Ian's happy.
We've scored 4 runs in 2 innings.
It's 4-0. Allen with the lead, so they're happy.
I didn't hear what they said.
And the pitch to Young. There goes the runner. Throw down to first, bounces,
Beautifully.
but he's
Drop
safe.
the ball. Drop the ball. He would have been out.
Again, they can't hold on to the ball, or else they would have gotten the out. So a stolen base for Wilson. That was actually a perfect throw from Hurd.
So to those of you at home, not only did we figure out what was going on with the stream,
That's good.
Laced into right field. This is going to be a tough play, but it's made by Jackson Ray. So the third out is recorded, but not before Allen plates 3. We head to the top of the third, 4-0 Eagles.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
and in all seriousness, Michael, I do want to apologize to you that with all of the technical difficulties and stuff that was going, there's a lot going through my brain, so that's why I was not giving you a bit of a hard time, but all is well.
Ed, I want you to know that in the minute and a half or so since we broke, I've done a lot of soul searching.
Yes.
And I realized that, yes, I have used that for 2 seasons now, and
For the Wildcats,
perhaps I need to come up with
left fielder,
something
number 3,
fresh.
Sujay Polana Hartley.
Maybe you should be scoring at home.
Yeah,
Because
give you something to do. 3 runs on no hits, by the way.
wow.
That's what walks and errors can do to a team. And Sujay Polana Hartley leading things off against Betley. No balls and a strike.
For that inning, yes.
That one inside. Off the mitt of Mack.
Well, they had 2 hits in the first. I was confused.
I did get the impression that you were a little bit distracted.
Just happy we figured it out long term too, so that we will not have this issue again in the future.
Excellent. because there is a lot of future coming up. And
Yes.
I know we're only 3 games into district play, but I think this is an Allen team that will definitely be playing postseason baseball. Betley's pitch misses outside, 2-1. Still 1-0 Venezuela, by the way, in the bottom of the 4th inning. In all honesty, your guy has settled down, pitched pretty well, especially for a young pitcher pitching on that stage.
Yeah, do keep that name in mind.
I don't want to.
Well, you know.
I mean, if they really wanted a good young pitcher, they should have chosen Cade Horton of the Cubs, but they didn't. If they lose this game, that'll be why.
Got to get the bats going for the U.S.
Yep. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Betley, who's been razor sharp, in danger of walking the first hitter. Let's see if that doesn't happen. The 3-2 pitch. It does, and that's a leadoff walk.
First base runner for Plano.
And that'll bring up, let's see if it's, it is Gazda.
Thomas Gazda.
He started on the mound for Plano, but did not last very long. Didn't get out of the 2nd inning. Very wild. Made a bad throw that caused a run to score. And he certainly would like to make up for that. And it's 1 ball and no strikes, and suddenly Betley having trouble locating. So strange when you watch a pitcher, and this happens to a lot of pitchers, even the very best, where all of a sudden the plate starts jumping around after they were razor sharp.
Was a long inning, so could get a little cold. Maybe he's lost the feel for the ball.
That's a very good point. And that's exactly what Coach Tanksley is going to talk to him about. 4-0 is the lead, so Allen in very good shape. But you don't want to give a team like Plano, it's a young team. You're going to be seeing a lot of these guys for Plano for the next year or 2. You don't want to give them anything to get excited about. So 2 balls and no strikes. Polana Hartley takes his lead off of first. The 2-0 to Gazda. He shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. 2-1. Always like to see what a pitcher does right after he talks to the pitching coach, see what adjustments are made. And the 2-1, and this one is laid down. The throw's going to be at first. A sacrifice bunt for Gazda as Polana Hartley goes to second. What do you think of that down 4?
Number 20.
Not a good move.
Peterson.
I definitely would not trade an out for a base down 4-0, especially against a hitting team like Allen.
20 is in for 8.
Yeah, 20's in for 8, Sam Peterson.
So Sam Peterson is going to be hitting for Oliver Tuning, who did not get an at-bat tonight. And he's showing bunt. Pulls the bat back.
I don't like that either, for the record. The show bunt pull back.
We've talked about it before.
Your timing is off.
Yeah. And Peterson waits for the 0-1. This time he does bunt, and it's tap foul.
To get a runner to third base and then with 2 out? I mean, unless he's doing that on his own.
I can't imagine at this level he's doing it on his own.
I can't imagine either.
Especially when he's pinch hitting. Even though he's the pitcher, he's pinch hitting for Tuning. And he's showing bunt again, pulls the bat back, and taps it foul. At least he got it in his sprints.
Maybe he's just concerned with running down to first base.
So Polana Hartley heads back to second, and Peterson heads back to home plate.
Yeah, if I'm Allen, I'm taking an out on every single time.
Absolutely.
What did Billy Bean say? They give you
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. And that's a bit of a predictable result. No offense to Sam, but I just... Showing bunt and pulling the bat back against a guy like Bentley is asking for disaster.
Anderson.
And here is the top of the order with Brooks Anderson, who flied out to shallow right field, actually caught by Lugo. Runner remains in scoring position, but 2 outs, and Bentley's pitch is served foul. O'Neill took a look at it, but couldn't get there. So no balls and 1 strike. Will Geiler on deck if Anderson reaches. Top of the third, it's 4-0 Allen. They won the other night 9-3. After Plano took an early lead, Allen's bat came to life. Something we've seen multiple times over the last season plus. Fouled off 0-2. So Brooks Bentley, this is the first little bit of adversity that he's faced tonight. Admittedly by his own doing with losing control, but ever since he was visited by Coach Tanksley, he looks like the Brooks Bentley of the first couple innings. And the 0-2. Jess got a piece of it, fouls it straight back. 41 pitches so far for Brooks. Still pretty economical, even with the walk.
Yeah, my rule of thumb is want to be around 15 pitches per inning. So if you can get it out of here under 45, in good shape.
I'm not good at math, but I figured that out. Misses outside, but that's an example of what I'm talking about. Yeah, that pitch missed by a few inches, but it stayed close long enough where some hitters would have offered.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss.
And now you can perhaps be set up for a fastball inside.
And the 1-2 from Brooks. Same pitch. The runner goes. The throw down to third, not in time. In fact, really good job by Shea Young to keep that one from going into left field. It would have scored a run. So a stolen base for Polana Hartley. And now you got a run. It would be their first of the game 90 feet away, but the count is 2-2 on Anderson. Bentley delivers. Chop foul. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Tough throw for Austin Mack there. The ball was outside. He had to kind of lean and then get his pivot foot back to throw down to third base rather. Much rather throw down a third on an inside pitch.
Here comes the 2-2 again. Outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Quick update. Top of the 5th inning. It is now 2-0.
No McLean still in.
Let me look. Don't worry about me calling a game or anything. Let's see. Yeah, McLean is.
Right.
I think there was a homer. I'll tell you who it was by eventually.
Eventually, no worries.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. And that is tapped. That's going to be a tough play. Young charges. The throw in time.
Beautiful.
Made
Well
it
done.
look easy. Good defense. And we go to the bottom of the third with Allen maintaining a 4-0 lead. So we mentioned right before we went to break that it's now 2-0 Venezuela. And it was Wilyer Abreu who hit a solo home run off of your guy. Mr. Met.
Mr. Met.
Yeah.
Nolan McLean.
So we go to the bottom of the third inning. Chandler Hart leads things off. He'll be followed by Ryan Blessing and Carson O'Neill as they continue to face Sam Peterson, who came in relief. Let's see what Chandler can do, if he can set the table for another big inning. The first pitch is lined toward right. Ray goes back on it. Can't get it. It's over his head all the way to the wall. Chandler Hart's digging for third, and he's going to make it with no problem. A leadoff triple for Chandler Hart on a ball that Ray basically misplayed into that triple.
Yeah, went left, went right, turned around, little pirouette over his head.
You could tell he was in trouble from the beginning. It has not been an easy night for their right fielder tonight. He's had some challenging plays. And so, Chandler Hart does set the table. And let's see what's going on with Chandler. I think that helmet, when it flew off him, may have cracked. And so he's getting a new helmet, heading to third base. So Ryan Blessing comes up immediately with an RBI opportunity, trying to build on a 4-0 lead.
So Hart has a single and a triple. Yep.
And the pitch swung on, a rare example of going out of the zone. No balls and a strike. Yeah, Ian just pointed out, Chandler Hart halfway to the cycle. Just don't think it's going to happen.
Home run's going to be the tough one tonight, not the triple.
And this one is grounded to second. Jonathan Owens has it. The throw over to first in time. Meanwhile, Hart stays at third, and there's one down.
Good play there by the second baseman. Gave Chandler a couple looks. Knew he had plenty of time. Gets the out.
And here's Carson O'Neill. Caden Muscat on deck. O'Neill walked his first time up, back in that 3-run second inning. And that one sails behind him. Just missed.
Just missed his butt.
How do you miss 6-7,
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy that's 6'7", and you missed him?
behind him?
Wow. 1 ball, no strikes. And that was just the opposite. It gets away. Hart heads to the plate. No throw. Wild pitch. Another run scores.
So Carson gets an RBI for that? Yeah. That was a joke.
So Carson O'Neill now with the bases empty, but a 5-0 Allen lead. How often do you see that where a guy misses badly inside and then tries to overcompensate and throws one low and away? And that's grounded into center field. That's a base hit. Nice little hole between second and short, and Carson aimed for it, and he found it.
Now Carson's like, why couldn't I do that on the previous pitch and get the ribeye steak?
Yeah, didn't get the RBI on the wild pitch, but here is Caden Muscat. That is the third hit of the game for Allen, and despite that low number, they have 5 runs on the board. Muscat walked his first time up. Well, again, no disrespect to Plano, but the competition level definitely goes up a couple notches coming up on Friday. That's tap foul as Allen takes on what looks to be a very good McKinney team.
Which has not been the case for quite some time.
That's right. And you look down the schedule, not sure if you noticed this, but they closed the season, the regular season, with Plano East, who right now actually has a better record. Good block. Well, I was going to say good block, but Hurd didn't know where it was. Good base running by O'Neill to notice that, and he heads a second.
Almost like he lost the ball on the plate. It was actually on home plate. And when he looked down, he didn't see it.
Boy, that's got to be such a helpless feeling.
Yep. No idea where it is.
2 balls and a strike. Another runner in scoring position. And that's hit down the left field line. Foul. See, that time, I did it right. Because that was, again, in the one blind spot that I've got in this ballpark. And I waited, and I looked at people. And I saw their reactions, and I knew it was foul. You know how I knew it was foul? Because O'Neill wasn't running.
That's right. And because the umpire did put his hands up.
I didn't notice that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was too busy focusing on everything else. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Hit into left field, base hit. Let's see if they send O'Neill. They do. The throw to the plate's not going to be in time. The throw is bobbled by Hurd. Heading down to second is Muscat, and it's 6-0.
RBI single for Caden Muscat.
You talk about a team right now that is doing just about everything right. That is this Allen team. Situational baseball is so important, and Muscat's base running, that was cream of the crop right there.
Love that. His base running, and then, of course, there was no hesitation coming around third base, scored easily.
Absolutely.
There should have been a cutoff of that throw to prevent Caden from getting down to second, and it was airmailed in.
And that's the new left fielder, Plano Hartley, who came in relief of Brody Walker, who was injured. There goes the runner, and this one is lifted into shallow left center field. It gets down. And unfortunately, Muscat had to hold up on it, and so he gets to third. It is a base hit for Lugo. And they've had as many hits in this inning. In fact, they've had more hits in this inning than they had in the first 2.
And we're going to have a meeting in the mound.
So Austin Mack is going to come to the plate, and that's going to be it for Mr. Peterson. It is now 6-0 in favor of Allen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in a moment.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Aiden Wright is the new pitcher for Plano as he inherits a sticky situation. Runners at first and third. I want to. You talked about it a little bit during the break. I want to see what this Plano team's going to look like next year and the year after when these guys start to get a little bit more experience, maybe fill out. They've got a lot of young kids.
Yeah, I was mentioning during the break there's a lot of long, lanky kids who look like they haven't spent much time in the weight room, which is an indication to me that there's got a lot of sophomores and juniors on this team.
Well, I was told before the game that it was a very young team, as you just said, and so their day may be coming, but it's probably not tonight.
Dang it.
And here is Austin Mack. Opportunity for another RBI. Aiden Wright is set. His first pitch is chopped towards short.
Off his foot.
Off his foot. Foul ball.
Dude, he
Oh.
just hit it off his foot hard.
Wait, what?
I'd like to know what's going on here because Muscat scored, and
Called a balk.
They called a balk.
Must have called a balk. Okay.
Because Muscat seemed pretty sure of himself running into the dugout.
Yep.
So it's a balk.
I thought it was-
Lugo mows up to second.
Catcher's interference, he would have been going to first. So, yeah, what must have happened? I didn't think he stopped. Maybe that was it.
And they called it no pitch.
So no pitch. And the first pitch, official pitch of the at-bat is a ball to Austin Mack. And now Lugo in scoring position.
Another 3-spot for Allen.
Swing and a miss. Mack walked his first time up. Well, you and I have talked about how one of the great things about baseball, you never know what you're going to see when you come to the park. And
Nope.
this game has had a few oddities to it. Misses outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. And Wright with a fastball that gets the corner 2-2. Still 2-0 Venezuela as they reach the 5th. But what's really telling is the U.S. has 1 hit.
Yeah.
And they keep talking about, well, we can't wait till the bats wake up. Their bats have been sleeping the entire tournament, and they're lucky that they've gotten this far because you look at that lineup, which is a dream lineup, and there's a lot of guys hitting in the 1s and 200s. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Mack. And the pitch. Fouled away. It remains 3-2 with Kyle Tanksley in the top of the order up next. Got to think if that score holds, Ed, there's going to be a celebration in Venezuela that's going to last for days. And the 3-2 pitch is outside for a walk. And first and second now with only 1 out. And here is Tanksley.
Number 5.
And we will not talk about the details of this, but I will say the world situation makes international sporting events infinitely more complicated.
It really does. And, you know, that is something we can touch on. We're not going to touch on the opinions of what's going on, but there are political ramifications when it comes to sports. You look at the World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
You look at how the meaning of winning the World Baseball Classic, as that pitch is inside to Tanksley, 1-0. I think it takes on even greater meaning with, again, what's been happening inside the country of Venezuela, what's happening all over the globe. All right, we got a little too deep there. 1 ball, 1 strike. No, but I mean,
it just complicates it.
It really does.
It just complicates it, right?
It really does. 1-1. Jaden Wilson on deck. Runners at first and second. The pitch. Well, I'll tell you, Hurd has made a living tonight out of blocking pitches in the dirt. A couple have gotten either past him or, again, was with the case the last time, didn't know where it was, but he's blocked a lot of pitches. The 2-1 laced into left field for a base hit. And they are going to hold the runner at third. And now the bases are loaded. Not sure Lugo got the best read on that ball.
No, he
was
did
a little
not.
slow getting down to third.
I think he was worried about getting doubled off on a line drive, but that ball was well over third baseman's head.
So here's Jaden Wilson now with the bases loaded again, already up 7-0. And frankly, if you're Allen, you're thinking about making this a short night. First pitch misses high.
I believe we
ball,
got to
no
play
strike.
5 regardless.
That's right.
So
That's right. But that would still be less than 7.
Yes.
See how I did that? In my head, no less. Didn't even need paper for it. Almost got past Hurd. Able to knock it down, and it's 2-0. And right now, things looking a little bit bleak for the Wildcats. Two balls, no strikes. And it's 3-0. Shea Young on deck. And you got to think Jaden's going to be taking at least 1, maybe 2.
Only needs
Doesn't
1.
have to worry about it as he walks, a run scores, and Allen has now, with Shea Young coming to the plate, batted around.
Now batting, number 9, third baseman, Shea Young.
So it is now 8-0. And here is Shea Young. And Shea looks at a fastball that gets the corner. No balls and a strike.
Would not be surprised if he was told to take first pitch.
Yeah, because that's not one. He likes that pitch.
And the 0-1 coming up, down low again, 1-1. Yeah, that is one that under normal circumstances Shea is going to offer at.
He's going to take a big hack at that one.
Tied.
But I think it's the right approach to take.
Agreed.
Ground ball to short. Scooped up there. The throw to first.
Got him.
Double play. So the inning comes to an end, but not before Allen puts 4 more on the board. We head to the top of the 4th. 8-0 Eagles.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Heading into the top of the 4th inning, and the news is very, very good for Allen as they lead 8-0. Allen with those 8 runs on 7 hits. Plano, no runs on no hits.
1 walk. The sole blemish
That's right.
on Brooks Bentley.
Leading off the top of the 4th for the Wildcats.
You know, we had the
shortstop, number 1,
challenge of
Will
the complications with the
Geiler.
technology, but you know the other thing is I'm playing hurt.
I didn't even notice.
I'm playing hurt.
What happened?
Was making a cucumber salad today and sliced the dickens out of my finger using a mandolin. Yeah,
That's great. That's,
A mandolin?
yeah.
You mean, isn't that like Rod Stewart, Mandolin Wind? Isn't that the instrument with the string?
It is
Yeah.
an instrument, but it's also a one of those blades that you can slide and make potato chips, or in my case,
Nice scoop by Young across the diamond, and they get the leadoff hitter, Geiler.
in my case, nice thin strips of cucumber for my cucumber salad.
Now batting, first baseman, number 24.
And that's why I don't do
But it's
anything.
hard to type. It's hard to type with a Band-Aid on my finger. That's what
I
we should
didn't
let
even
people know.
I didn't even notice. I mean, we have access to the booth. You could show very quickly what you're dealing with after this pitch. Marshall Cohn at the plate. Go ahead. I'm not even in the picture. Just show them the
I have to
finger.
be careful because it's the dangerous finger, too.
Yeah, it is. It is. Good thinking, holding up all the others.
That's right.
wow.
2 balls and no strikes to Cone.
No, they'd be inside. I like both of them.
So I think you deserve even more respect. 3 balls and no strikes. 51 pitches now
And
for
again,
Brooks.
long inning for Brooks.
That's right. And I think when you come out there at first, you got the adrenaline flowing. It's a new inning. And then that's, if you got any tightness or any kind of fatigue from sitting there for a while, that's when it's going to set in, usually as you get a little bit deeper into the inning. 3 balls and a strike to Cone. He popped out his first time up. Bounce to Tanksley. Plenty of time. 2 down. By the way, I did not mention, you and I were talking about your injury. But that pick by Shea Young to retire Geiler, he made it look easy, but it wasn't.
No.
And I've been very impressed with Shea Young, a big guy, at how graceful he seems to be playing third. Here is Jackson Ray, who bounced out to the pitcher his first time. Plano still looking for their first hit of the game. And the pitch, again outside, 2-0. Yeah, it's because of injuries like yours that I choose not to do anything. I don't cook. High chopper.
He can take it himself.
And he's going to do it all by his lonesome. The rare unassisted ground out to somebody besides the first baseman. We are through 3.5. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 8-0 Allen. Heading to the bottom of the 4th inning. And it is 8-0. Allen with the lead. Going to do a quick check here on what's going on with the World Baseball Classic. Still 2-0 Venezuela. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. What's interesting is that even though they're playing in Miami, which last time I checked was in the United States, it is a very pro-Venezuelan crowd.
Number 26.
Where did you say they were playing again, Michael? Where?
Miami.
In Miami?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So here's Chandler Hart to lead things off. You might remember the last time he led off an inning, because it was just the last inning, he tripled. And we're going to have a brief conversation, well, maybe not so brief conversation, between the catcher Hurd and the pitcher Wright.
I just did confirm it's 10 after 5 innings, so if Allen can put up a 2-spot here, Brooks can continue his masterful performance. We'll be out of here a little bit early.
There you go.
Which would make up for the 14-inning game a week ago.
Right. That's right. I mean, I still feel bad because, your son and I did have a shortened game. It felt like an eternity still, as cold as we were, but still.
It could have been worse if it was 14 innings and the cold.
Exactly. Oh, that would have been I don't think I could have handled that. I think I've been out of Chicago long enough where cold is cold. Lifted foul down the right field line. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, Chandler has made good contact both times up. Tripled and singled his first time up, so he's looking to go 3 for 3. Wright's 2-2 pitch. Ooh, just missed inside. Good eye by Chandler. Three balls, 2 strikes. Down low, and Chandler draws the walk. That's also the benefit of having a guy on the mound that frankly isn't throwing all that hard. Is a guy like Chandler let that travel and really made sure it missed the plate before possibly offering at it. And, if he had offered at it, that's a foul ball at best. It would have jammed him, but...
Yeah, you're throwing that 92 miles an hour. You're reacting a little bit differently.
Exactly. Here is Ryan Blessing. Grounded out to second last time up. Always a good thing when the guys that started the 3rd inning are starting the 4th inning. That usually means something good happened. And that is laced into center field for a base hit.
He had 2 lineouts and a single.
And
Single
first
number
and second
3, Ryan Blessing.
with nobody out. And here is Carson O'Neill.
Number 10, Carson O'Neill.
Blessing was 0 for 2 coming into that at bat, but he had made good contact. You might remember he lined into that double play in the first inning. So he's had pretty good at bats, and that one paid off as the first pitch to O'Neill is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. That is hit well toward left field.
Wow.
And it finds the other side. Home run for Carson O'Neill.
Carson O'Neill.
It is 11-0. Well, if you're going to hit one out,
That's
you got to
only place
clobber
you
it.
have a chance
and
to hit
he
one
did.
out here. Although I will say, I just looked at the wind has considerably died down, but that was a bomb.
Carson O'Neill absolutely murdered that baseball. It is 11-0, and we're going to have a new pitcher. We'll give you all the information in a moment as Allen has broken this one wide open.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Rhett McGee is the new pitcher. The good news for him is nobody's on base. The reason nobody's on base is Carson O'Neill with just an epic 3-run homer out to left. Did not think I'd be able to break out the home run call tonight.
Nope. That was high and far.
A single and a 3-run home.
Don't know that my home run call is up there with, it might be, it could be, or, some of the other famous calls.
It is high, it is far, it is gone.
Exactly. Here is Caden Muscat to lead things off against Rhett McGee. And that misses low.
In all fairness to you, we do not see a lot of home runs.
No, we don't. And I definitely did not expect. Okay, so this is me being sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just said, in all fairness to you, so you're suggesting that the home run call wasn't great. It found the other side. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's solid. It's solid home run call. You don't get to pull it out enough. Maybe it's just.
You're still basically suggesting that it needs improvement. Don't try to backtrack on this.
It needs to be used more.
All right.
So that it can be well practiced and
My mom's a psychologist.
finding the
She
other
might be able to
side.
help you unpack some of this stuff y'all are dealing with.
Even
Ian has offered psychiatric help for the two of us.
Unpack your issues.
I'm not sure both of us need it. I think it might just be me. Side armor, and it's fouled off. I still, even though it's going to be late at night and, there won't be a lot of traffic, I still have a, 35, 40-minute ride in front of me heading back to Flower Mound, I'm really going to be analyzing everything about the last few minutes. 1-2 pitch. And it's popped up, foul territory. Hartley is there and makes the grab, 1 down. I have a special fondness for sidearm pitchers because that's what I was. And you're going to say, well, Little League? No. I was. You ever played wiffle ball?
Oh, yeah.
I was a terrific wiffle ball player.
Second baseman, number 21.
I went through one season undefeated. Granted, I played the same guy because I knew I could beat him, and I made the rules because it was my driveway.
And it was 3 years younger than you.
Yeah, and the very last game of that season, I walked it off. And then I did a post-game interview with myself, and I'm wondering, if that might have been a step too far. Yeah. Oh no, that had been happening since I was a little kid, and
That a boy, Dewey.
Dewey's got the ball. Yep.
as that's
Carson
fouled
O'Neal's
off.
dad's got the ball.
He missed that one. That was a no-doubter.
Yeah, that's when I knew, and everybody around me knew, is when I was, would play wiffle ball when I was like 9 and then do post-game interviews with myself. Hit into right field. Ray's going to play it on a bounce. It's a base hit for Lugo. His second hit.
For number 21, Carlos Lugo.
And Lugo's reached all 3 times. You might remember the first time he bunted. He was trying to make an out, but the pitcher threw it away. So good night for Lugo. And here's Austin Mack.
19 at-bats, 10 hits for Allen. What is that, like 520
Yeah.
for the game?
Yeah, Plano pitching has not missed many bats. In fact, there has not been one strikeout of an Allen hitter tonight. Several walks, no strikeouts. 0-1 count on Mack. And that's lifted toward right field. Ray's busy night continues in foul territory, and coming over to make a terrific play is Jonathan Owens, the second baseman. He knew that Ray wasn't going to get there, and Owens did. And when you're down 11 and you put forth that kind of an effort, you got to get a little pat on the back.
Yeah, well done.
Shortstop, number
Tough
5.
play in that corner. That's also one spot where the light is kind of a little funky out there, too.
Yeah. Here is Kyle Tanksley, who has had 3 really good at-bats, 2 singles and a sacrifice fly. The sidearm delivery by McGee is in there for a strike. So far, of all the Plano pitchers I've seen, I've liked his stuff the most.
A lot to be said for that sidearm delivery. There's a couple people who are in the majors right now. Less strain on the arm.
And it's a really difficult adjustment for hitters who see nothing but traditional over the top or maybe 3/4 sometimes, but all of a sudden you've got a sidearmer coming in. When it's a righty against a righty, oftentimes that pitch starts out, it looks like it's going to be behind you, like it was to O'Neill earlier in this game, and it ends up right over the plate.
And I can tell you, no pitching coach of youth baseball teaches that.
And I'm not sure if you noticed, but he went away from the sidearm.
He did. He went 3/4 on
that was 3/4, yeah.
Not as effective.
So it's funny because you just said no pitching coach at the high school level teaches that. No coach anywhere teaches that.
No, that's true.
So, all right, let's maybe he'll go right over, traditional right over his head. No, he goes back to the sidearm. It misses, throw down to first, and Lou goes back.
So you were saying, you were a sidearmer when you played wiffle ball? Was that your
absolutely
claim to fame?
Yep.
You throw that kind of drop ball that come in and
I was
devastating.
Wicked. Oh yeah, I was pretty good.
Hit that backyard chair like a champ.
That's right. Ground ball to first, scooped up by Cone, steps on the bag, and that's going to do it. But not before Allen sends this game into mercy rule land thanks to a 3-run homer from Carson O'Neill. We go to the top of the 5th. 11-zip Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Neil is
56 pitches have been delivered by Brooks Bentley, and he goes back out there for the 5th. And he has not yielded a hit. He's only had one base runner, and that was Sanjay Polana Hartley, who walked back in the 3rd inning. And not only are they not getting hits, they're really not making very much hard contact. There have been a couple of really good defensive plays delivered by Allen, but not a lot of line drive types.
No.
For the Wildcats, second baseman,
How many
number
strikeouts?
17,
No strikeouts for Brooks, though,
One.
right? Oh, one.
He's got one strikeout. So, again, when you've got a defense like he does behind him, that's a smart plan.
No.
And a ground ball to second. Lugo's got it. And on cue, he makes a nice play moving to his left.
This is a pinch hitter.
One down.
12.
And here is Marcus Willis, who is 0 for 1.
Designated hitter, number 12, Marcus Willis.
You also get the feeling that the idea of hopping on the bus and heading home isn't a bad thing right now to Plano. They're swinging early in a lot of counts. That one does sail outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Willis. And the 1-0. Swing and fouled, and that one got a piece of Mac. And the umpire giving him just a little bit of time to shake it off.
These catchers at the high school level are a bruised mess at the end of a season. I can only imagine what it must be like to be a major league catcher.
I can't even fathom. Good breaking ball had Willis completely fooled, 1-2. And let's see if Brooks goes right back to that. Instead, low and outside, 2-2. Marcus Willis waits for the 2-2 pitch from Betley. Here it is. Hit into right field, but O'Neill is there. Comes in a little bit, makes the catch. And just like that, there are 2 down. Now, just to be clear,
Now batting left fielder.
we talk about
3,
the mercy
Sergey
rule after
Polana.
5 innings, but
Hartley.
if it is 11-0 or 12-0 or whatever it is to nothing heading into the 6th inning, they still have to bat.
That Allen still has to
No,
bat?
that Plano still would have to bat in the 6th. That's my understanding.
No, I think this might be it.
All right. Well, we'll find out. If they start shaking hands, that usually is an indication
That's going to be our indicator.
that the game is over. So we'll see. Sanjay Polana Hartley down in the count, no balls and a strike. Slap foul. I'm not sure that line drive to right wasn't the best contact we've seen them make in quite a while. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Sails outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Betley to Polana Hartley. And that is golfed over Tanksley, the first hit of the game. Polana Hartley trying for second, and he is out. Oh, my goodness.
I think
And that is the end of the game. You were absolutely correct.
one hitter, though.
A one-hitter from Brooks Betley. And the ball game comes to a merciful end, hence the name, for Plano. Now, what we're going to do is Ed is heading down right now. We are going to try to grab either Brooks Betley or Carson O'Neill.
Huron Eagles improved to 12-5 on the
Again, that last play, obviously a base hit, but the runner is cut down at second.
Huron Eagles, Brooks Betley, 5 innings pitched on 66 pitches.
But 1 hit, that was it.
Day and 1 hit.
Just over the glove of Kyle Tanksley.
Carson O'Neill, 2 for 2.
And Carson O'Neill, as Ian is telling the folks right now, also with a huge game. And we'll find out
On behalf of the Allen Athletic Department,
who is going to be joining us in just a moment.
this evening, and looking forward to have you back at future.
Just a reminder that
Eagles will be back here at the phone.
we are going to be back with you on Friday, back here from Allen, when McKinney comes calling.
And good evening from
And then we go to their place on Saturday. We've got a couple of Saturday games coming up, both of them starting at 1 o'clock. The game at McKinney, and then the following Saturday, we are going to be at Princeton. Another team that is struggling quite a bit this season so far.
that was a new
But McKinney should be a very interesting matchup. I think that's going to be a terrific measuring stick for how good exactly this Allen team is. Again, no disrespect to Plano, but this is a team they should beat, and they should beat badly, and they have. But now they've got better competition coming up, and they've got a McKinney team that knows that if they're able to win, that certainly that's going to tell a lot about the progress that they've made. We'll take a short break. We'll come back with hopefully a post-game interview in just a bit. Right now they're having a team meeting. We'll come back with the interview shortly. 11-0, Allen wins it. Stay with us. All right, we're back, and Brooks Betley is making his way up to the booth. This is something new. We weren't able to do this last year, but we're able to do it now, and we're very happy to be able to do it. And putting on the headphones is tonight's pitcher, Brooks Bentley. And Brooks, first of all, you're probably not used to doing these kind of interviews, but I have faith in you. How happy are you after an outing like that?
Oh, I'm more than happy. Honestly, I'm just glad we won.
Great first answer.
That's all I'm hoping for.
All right, now I'm going to ask you the flip side. How did you feel? Did the stomach drop when that ball just eluded Tanksley?
Yeah. I was kind of like, that's my luck.
Brooks, you had it going from the beginning, and one of the things that we noticed right off the bat, strike one, strike one, strike one. How important is it to you as a starter to go out there and pound the strike zone from the beginning?
Well, yeah, it's very important to get ahead. Just makes the batters guessing, thinking. If you fall behind, they know they're getting a fastball, most likely. So getting ahead, keeping them off balance, throwing several different pitches, only going to help you and your team out.
You only had one strikeout tonight, but when you've got a defense like you have behind you, as a pitcher, it's got to be a good feeling knowing that you can play to contact and nothing's going to get through.
Oh yeah, that's my goal. I'm not gonna come out here and strike out 10 guys, but I'm gonna throw strikes, keep hitters off balance, force weak contact, let my defense work.
Brooks, you've been terrific all season long. This pitching staff as a whole has been very good. Now you're going up against some tougher competition. You've got a McKinney team coming up that is better than they've been in the past. But when you look at this district, it's hard to find another team that seems to be clicking on all cylinders. Maybe Plano East, like you guys are. From a hitting standpoint, from a pitching standpoint, how fun is it right now to be part of this team?
Oh, it's a blast. Being out there with the boys, everyone doing their part, rallying up hits, base running, making plays, throwing strikes, shutting people out on the mound. It's great.
I'm going to ask you one more thing before we let you go, because I know there's a few things you'd rather be doing. When we covered the Boyd game, we had the pleasure of having Ed's son Sean in here, former Allen Eagle great. And he talked about the relationships that the team has on and off the field. And there seems to be this closeness that you guys have. How important is that in terms of winning to know how well you guys get along off the field?
Oh, yeah, no, it's great. When you know the guys around you got your back, they're going to be there for you, whether you're doing great, doing poorly. It's just great knowing you're going to have guys there for you at all times. It only makes you feel that much better and more confident in what you're doing.
Well, I hope you get used to these post-game interviews because I have a feeling this won't be the last one with you. So great job, Brooks. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
And there you go. Brooks Bentley, who was just absolutely, literally unhittable tonight, with the exception of a bloop
at the very end of the game.
Just got past Kyle Tanksley. Really good job by Brooks, and just an all-around great game by this Allen team.
Yep, got to say, as he mentioned, pitch to contact, that is exactly what you want to do, especially on a night like tonight. Keep the pitches short. Even if you are striking guys out, it means you're usually going deeper into counts. It's cold out there. You want to get your guys moving. He was the exact right pitcher for tonight, and I think that was a great outing for him and other folks. So.
No doubt about it. Well, we will do it again on Friday, and don't forget that's an earlier game. It's a 4:30 game because of spring break as we welcome McKinney into the ballpark. That's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm really looking forward to it. Ed, thanks so much for your work, and I'll see you on Friday.
Sounds good. All right.
Final score again, Allen wins it 11-0 in 5 innings. We'll talk to you Friday.